Okay, hello. This is just a quick little like setup test. I do these all the time. I figured I would share this one with you. Um, I'm doing this with a different camera than my Canon R6, which I love so much. The problem with it is it A, overheats, and B, has that stupid 30-minute recording limit. Now, I have a buddy who owns like a rental house, and he was moving and offered he had this old Blackmagic cinema camera, like the original from like 2012, and offered to let me buy it for absurdly cheap, $200 for a camera. Absolutely yes. So I did, and the great thing about it is it has, DC power in, it has SDI out, it has all these things that like make it ideal for. And best of all, it has no 30-minute recording limit, and it doesn't overheat. I could theoretically record. I have a 2 terabyte SSD in it right now. Oh yeah, it also records to SSD, so I don't even need to import this footage. I can just edit it and export it directly off the SSD. And then upload it, and then format the SSD. So I'm literally recording this in RAW right now because I know I won't need to store it. I really kind of miss just this like video diary that I used to do back in like 2018, 2019, 2020. And I still have the setup. I still have the L bracket like bolted into my wall. With the ball head on it. So I put this camera on it, and of course everything again is like direct power in. There's no batteries being used. I'm recording audio, actually, fun fact, with the original Rode NTG2 microphone that, oh goodness gracious, I purchased back in 2014 maybe. Oh wow, 11 years, still going strong. Well, I don't know, strong is a bit of a, it's missing some screws, so the front part and the back part are like barely held together. I need to get tiny screws. I don't know where I would find these specific screws. That's what sucks, is I have so many little pieces of camera gear accumulated over the years, but it's missing one tiny screw, and I don't know where to find replacements for that one tiny screw. Planned obsolescence. Anyway, also that's why like this gray card is so messed up, is because I thought at one point that it would be a great idea to tape it to the back of a dumb slate, so I would like clap the slate, flip this around, and always have a gray card reference. However, I realized it gets real scratched up real easily. This, I believe, was from just putting it in the bag, and it scraped against the Velcro part of the bag, and I was like, oh shoot, that's not gonna work. So I tried to take it off, and then it left these marks from the gaff tape. Oops. But yeah, so this is recording in, the only downside to this camera, the only downside is that it only records in 1080p, not 4K. But for something like this, where it's just, if it, I'm fine with that. Especially again, because this can record in RAW. And again, if I'm not going to keep the original footage, then I guess it can record in like 2.5K RAW, which is great. I wonder if I can bring back any of the information in this window. That is the downside of filming in the daytime. And I could purchase some ND gels and like knock these windows down by a couple stops. So I could film in the daytime a lot easier, because my key light right now is an LED panel, like what is this? The Godox 500 watt daylight balanced LED bounced off my white wall right over here. From a baby pin that's mounted on the wall over here. So it's over here, but it's pointed this way, and it's like shooting over the camera to make the light come from the far side. So I am a nerd about these kind of things. I also will have to figure out another monitor solution, because right now I'm using my Ninja 5 because I can attach SDI via the Connect accessory thing, which is great, but I use my Ninja 5 on my R6. That's what enables me to record 4K for longer than 30 minutes without overheating. And there was a time, especially like a year ago, 2 years ago, I had a reoccurring client where that was basically what I did, was go to a studio, set up the tripod, plug everything in, press record, and then just like sit as we did different attempts, or different like we just batch recorded a bunch of stuff in a row, and it would take 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, and I really needed my camera to not overheat at that time, and it did in the beginning, which is why I purchased this Ninja 5, was for that job, and I've continued to use it since. It works great for that, but that means I'm going to need to get another SDI capable monitor to be able to use this camera for this setup. Another downside for this setup, I love this setup. It would be so perfect, except it's a little bit too low. I have my laptop screen right here. It like perfectly covers up. So that's just kind of bent down just out of frame. I would love to have this lens just peeking over the top of my laptop screen so I could A, use it as like a webcam in Zoom meetings, and or B, just like if I want to look something up while recording a video, I can. Can't do that in this current setup. But yeah, that's, oh, are my glasses a little bit off? There was a period in like 2022, I want to say, 2023, 2022, I think, where my glasses were off kilter. I've used the same pair since I originally got them in 2021, just because I like them. I don't know. They still do the job. At one point, I'm going to need to fix that. Yeah, this little bit came off, and it came off on this side too, and I just put a bit of gaff tape over it, and I need to do the same thing here because that will scrape up my ears. Not fun. I thought about getting ones with thicker frames, but I don't know. I really like these. I feel like they complement my face well. Anywho, that is that. I like this setup. I think that it works. The only downside is, again, with this monitor, the fan noise is pretty loud, and it's right. Do you hear the neighbors jackhammering? Sorry about that. Yeah, the monitor fan is a little bit loud. I would like to fix that. But the knowing that I'm not running on battery power and there's no 30-minute recording limit, it's just like I can keep recording for over 99 plus hours. I know that for a fact, thanks to the information on the back of the screen. It's just like, oh, once I hit record, I can just keep talking until I'm done. I don't need to have anything in my mind. No, like, little, oh, don't forget to watch out for that thing. It's just talking. Anyway, I like the setup. And then in post, I'm just applying a color space transform to get it to Rec 709 Gamma 2.4, and then boosting up the contrast a little because I like me some contrast. I think it matches. I love the look of the Canon standard picture profile in my R6. I just don't like that you have no flexibility. So I shoot in Canon Log 3 Cinema Gamma because that's the best I can do on that camera, and then put a LUT on it and then crank up the saturation. So that's what I've done here. I have a little I grabbed a still of the look that I like. Like right now I'm monitoring this with my Canon Log 3 Cinema Gamma LUT applied on the monitor, and I love the way it looks. So I kind of do that in post, just color space transform, and then right before that add a node and crank up the saturation. Anyway, yeah, I hope this helped. I'm recording audio separately. I'm also recording it into the camera, but the preamps are so noisy on this camera. I tried to record a test. Goodness gracious, it was brutal. So can't do that. I wish I could. I wish I could just avoid this step of syncing everything together, but it's fine. If I'm already going through the trouble of like making this, like shooting in RAW, then I can take a second to select the audio and video clips and then click sync together via waveform. It's fine. I could time code it, but then that means I need to, dedicate a tentacle sync to this camera permanently, and then also, do that with my phone every single time. I just don't want to. The purpose of this is to be like, oh, this is my final semester in college. So a video diary, just turn on the camera, start talking, and not have anything in the back of my mind. So yeah, I've missed doing that, and I want to do it more. So this is a quick camera test to see if it works. Thanks for letting me just ramble. Bye!